So welcome back. So there's a little less tools everywhere. Now we got actually stuff. We got all our gear packed for this trip that we're going to leave on 4 days. If you haven't heard, we're going to Utah. Um, so as continuation from yesterday's video, check it out. It's only like a minute long, but basically we put the brake controller on and tried to work the brakes on here for the first time, and they locked up, and that right wheel never really unlocked. So that was a hassle. Ended up replacing the whole brake system on there, so that was an unexpected expense, but we got it all worked out. Took it on a trip to Target and some other places we needed for some last minute supplies, and it seems to be working okay. So yeah, that's it. If you guys haven't seen this yet, we're going to talk a little bit about our setup. One of the things about this NoBo 10.6 is there's not a whole lot of information on it. And there's actually not a lot of YouTube videos on it that aren't for sale videos. So as people who have actually camped in it a few times, we're going to kind of go around and talk about some of the features. To me, it looks like a big, bad off-road trailer, but I actually think it just has really cool off-road tires. But I'm not sure how off-road capable it really is, but it works for our needs. As you can see on the top, it's got a rooftop tent. Now, most of the Overlander guys, they actually like to put the rooftop tent on the overlanding vehicle, and maybe that's something we'll do later on. But it's actually kind of a cool thing to be able to have the inside of the RV with the AC and the outside with the tent, or when I get a roof rack for the 4Runner, we'll just swap the tent back and forth as needed. So eventually I'm going to get a roof rack for it. But we got our spare tires, and I'm pretty sure that the 4Runner tires will fit on the trailer, and the trailer tires will fit on the 4Runner, even though the rim's a little bit smaller. I mean, if something really, really got serious, we could do that. Plus, we have 2 spares for each. If you look inside here, it's just kind of an empty space. That's one of the biggest things that we like about this thing is it's empty. All right, if it was up to me, it wouldn't even have those shelves back there. I like the idea of just having a big box. This thing's made so you can use it as a toy hauler as well. So if you could haul 4-wheelers, motorcycles, anything like that. But for our purposes, that's our living space. And if you see this extension, it has like a garage door kind of fold out here. We're actually, a lot of people are using that as a table and some other things. We're going to use it as kind of an overflow for the dogs. Now, right now, we got it stuffed with a whole bunch of dog beds and pillows and stuff like that. But there's going to be a divider on the inside. It's the mesh that actually Perry custom built herself. She sewed it up, and she used rare earth magnets to click to the side of the trailer, which was a really good idea on her part. That was awesome. So what this is going to do is give us a little bit more room while we're inside. The AC is about the same size AC as you would have in a normal RV. So a RV this size, it is super cold in there, and it gets cold really quick. So you could actually have the door down, have the AC on, like we did last trip, and it was still really, really cold in there with the door down. So this is going to work out for us. That AC is also a heat. The bad thing about it is it's all self-contained, so there is no thermostat. So it's either all on or all off. So if you're going to buy a NoBo 10.6, consider that. You're going to wake up 2 or 3 times in the night, whether you're hot or cold, and turn that thing off, and then wake back up when you get cold or hot and turn it right back on. So if there was a way for us to put a thermostat in there, maybe there is, maybe there isn't, but we're just going to live with it for now. I'm sure Perry's pretty proud of her invention there, which is basically PVC. It's a really good idea, and it'll actually hold our weight. That's how we can use that extra area. There's a door on both sides. This right here is our bat wing awning. It kind of folds all the way out and just about all the way around this opening right here. We've used it like once or twice. But, I mean, it seems to be cool. It works. All right, one of the best parts about this, I'll set this right there. Here's our kitchen. Kitchen folds out. It's got a freezer / refrigerator / cooler. It actually plugs in. You can plug it into the back of the 4Runner, or you can plug it in back here, both, whether you're hooked up to shore power or not. There's 2 plugs back in there. One works on shore power and one works on like regular plug-in power. But this thing's really cool. We've used it a whole bunch of times. You can actually, that's like Bluetooth it to your phone, and it has some other options you can use, but we haven't actually did that yet. burners right here. It's a pretty simple burner. You just plug it in with the hose and it goes to the propane right there. So it's just a simple burner. It works good for our needs. In here we also got, this is our spices, foods and stuff. You don't need to see that. Got my toothbrush in there. This right here is a spray port. You can hook a hose up to it, and if you need to take a shower or something like that, you can do that, or wash dishes. We don't really use it too much because we usually stay in RV parks, but you never know. This thing actually has a 30-gallon tank, so that should be enough to really get you anywhere you need. No bathroom or anything like that inside. You just kind of do your thing somewhere else. But as far as you know, water that you need to carry with you, you can do that. Now, 4Runner people, with all the weight in this thing, I don't recommend carrying it with all 30 gallons in there, because all the weight plus the 30 gallons, I think it might be a little much for the 4Runner. But there we go. So the kitchen slides back in there. And one of the things we added is the electric tongue jack. It was a little slower than I thought it would be, but it also has a light on it when you're backing up to it at night. We only got the single battery there. It's been working fine for our needs. So, and then it's got a small propane tank. We've actually went on 3 trips, and we use a propane tank quite a bit, but we actually went to fill it up today, and I think we needed like 1/8 of a gallon or something. So I think it was, the guy was like, "You're wasting our time." But anyway, so one of the cool things was it was actually still full. So I am not sure. I forgot. Look on here. The actual, what is it? Gross vehicle weight's like about 1,500 pounds. You can put it up to like 3,500 pounds. That's how much weight it can carry altogether. So even though that seems like not a lot, it's still kind of a good huck for the 4Runner. I mean, I can actually feel it back there. So which kind of brings us to the 4Runner. Should we get into that? All right, so here's the 4Runner here. It had a lift on it before. It had one of them Daystar polyurethane lifts, which was not a bad lift for looks, but since we are going to Utah, I wanted something a little bit more practical. All right, if you kind of take a look at it, we got the Method Racing wheels. You can see in our previous videos that we put the Bilstein 6112 setup on it. 6112s are the front shocks. They're 2.5 inches of lift. And then we put on some OEM springs in the back to compensate for the weight of the NoBo, which is probably a lot overkill. But one day I would like to have a big steel bumper plus pull the NoBo, so it'll probably be right where we need to be. You can see that it has the Bilstein coilovers there. A little bit longer travel suspension in the front. We got the JBA upper control arms. I actually think they're really cool, and they have a lot of information on the website, and they're really helpful if you have any questions. Really liking that JBA company. Not a lot of companies go that extra distance, but they just put so much information out there, all the way up until you're getting a line. They give you the alignment numbers, so that's awesome. We got our trusty Max tracks on the top. I don't think we're really going to need them, but they look cool, so we got them on there. So, all right, so, all right, well, you're kind of seeing the group that's going to go with us. So this is kind of the reason why we went with the whole NoBo. So with the NoBo, that gives us, hey, you're ruining the video, Ryder. Stop. So anyway, the reason why we have all the gear out is because we are going to pack all that gear inside the 4Runner, because we need these guys, inside the trailer, because all these guys are going to ride in the 4Runner with us. So on our way to Utah, we're going to kind of get this set up so we can, at night, we can camp out in the NoBo by transferring all the gear from the NoBo into the 4Runner. And then when we're driving with the dogs in the back, we're going to transfer all the gear back from the 4Runner back to the NoBo. So that's kind of what we're looking at right there. So, all in all, that's pretty much it for this video. It's not too exciting of a video. It's just kind of showing the progress that we've made up until now. We're probably going to do a few more videos leading up to the day we actually leave. And hopefully soon, we're going to do a video and there's going to be no mess everywhere. No garbage, no junk, no tools, no equipment. Everything's going to be all loaded up and we're going to be heading to Utah, and that's going to be a great day because I'm really looking forward to it. I know we all are. So keep watching our videos, keep liking and subscribing, I guess. And this is all the build up because I do plan on this being a trip of a lifetime to Utah, and I'm really excited. I hope you guys are going to hang out and watch our videos with us. So I'll be watching all you guys. So. All right. I guess I'll talk to you guys later.